it's over, let it go. 52 times a year, the week is done and over with before you know.
Thank you very much indeed. Hello, good evening and welcome. I am David Frost and That Was the Week That Was. Finally, after 60 years, the third series has finally arrived. After the first two series were cruelly cancelled by the BBC and the then Tory government of Harold Macmillan. And now the first news story of the week. The week kicked off on Monday with another appearance of King Charles's infamous sausage fingers, which made a surprise Glastonbury appearance on a flag. Yes, Charles has got one finger shaped like a sausage, one finger shaped like a rasher of bacon, one finger shaped like a fried egg, and one finger shaped like a piece of fried bread. Yummy. Again on Monday, the Express wrote, "This is ridiculous. A top Catholic school allowing pupils to identify as a mushroom." So, on a very similar theme as the previous joke, just imagine the mushrooms surrounded by children identifying as sausage, bacon, fried tomatoes, eggs and fried bread. Yummy. The iNews gave us the 15 highlights of Elton John's magnificent career, from winning Grammys to coming out. From TW's point of view, Elton John has spent so long in the middle of the bloody road, there's a 10-mile traffic jam right behind him. You can't keep those Beckhams down, can you? However much you try. On Monday, Victoria Beckham gave a sneak peek of a gorgeous kitchen as hubby David cooked with Harper. Yes, it's a gorgeous kitchen paid with the blood, sweat and tears of migrant Qatari workers, isn't it? Come to think of it, do we have to watch this entire fucking family rustling up their gloopy snacks all the time? Who has to eat this stuff? Yes, migrant fucking Qatari workers. I bet. This week, Jeremy Clarkson had a brainwave, a plan to save Diddley Squat as a farm, which is unlikely to make a profit. How about this for an idea, Jeremy? We think that Glastonbury should be held at Diddley Squat Farm next year. On second thoughts, I don't think the toilets would be very nice. Do you? On Tuesday, the Telegraph said Prince William's commitment to the homeless can build a lasting legacy. It might also build William a few more stately homes with a bit of luck. Also on Tuesday, illegal Cornish clam fishermen put public health and honest fishermen's livelihoods at risk for their own greed. Asked to come clean, the fishermen just clammed up. The Independent gave us the story about a man entering a beard competition round the world, and indeed, so does his wife. Yes, it's lovely, isn't it? There's nothing like a couple that have a shared interest in life. On Tuesday, they were cleaning up after Glastonbury. "Fetch the mop," said The Guardian. "It's a code brown," the diary of a Glastonbury toilet cleaner. Yes, this is when the fans really hit the shit. Still on Tuesday, Rishi Sunak fought back. "Shaken by inflation," said The Guardian. "Be a Brit and show some grit," said Rishi. But it's still the diary of a wimpy Prime Minister. "I tried to show some grit once and got a nasty skin abrasion when I fell over on it." The Mirror brought us down to earth by saying man's ancestors were cannibals who were eating each other 1.45 million years ago. But yes, indeed, the far-right libertarians are still murdering their fellow human beings. Must be in their primitive genes, mustn't it? My London brought us the shocking moment when an angry homeowner threw a bucket of water over Just Stop Oil protesters. Yes, indeed, a far-right libertarian extremist put Stop Oil on his bucket list. On Wednesday, The Independent wrote, orangutans can make two sounds at the same time, similar to human beatboxing. Yes, what will scientists find out next? In that case, orangutans are smarter than most far-right libertarians and should be running the country. Or, at the very least, should be in Rishi Sunak's cabinet. Yes, indeed, scientists also make a sound similar to beatboxing, especially when they kick one another up the arse because they've got nothing better to do. Also on Wednesday, a group of babies descended on Parliament Square to protest at single-use nappies. Awfully rough, aren't they? Yes, Rishi was there, so it's over to the diary of a wimpy Prime Minister again. I wasn't afraid of all those babies. Some people are saying I was, but it's not true. I could have beaten them all up. With a new test starting on Thursday, the Mirror wrote, he made cricket sexy. What a man. Darren Gough on Shane Warne and the Ashes. What you really mean to say, Darren, is Shane Warne made cricket racist, sexist and elitist, like everybody is saying. Yes, Danny Dyer likes to feed the old boat race, and he explained this week why he has a Toby Carvery Platinum Gold Card. I love it in there, he said. What's a Platinum Gold Card? Is it a gold card or a platinum card? Or a platinum card covered in gold? Well, to be honest, I don't really care. On Wednesday, a Glasgow city centre bar was forced to close by a huge bee swarm, which reminds me of a joke. A bee walks into a bar and starts singing. So it's over to the Duracell bunny.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. I'm fantastic. I want a drink.
Thursday brought us this little gem from the Express. Apparently, Charles gets anxious in public if he can't see Camilla and does this telltale gesture. So it's over to Charles himself. Where the hell is Camilla? I bet some young lad is chasing my filly around and trying to get in her bloody frock. Once again on Thursday, the dynamic duo were at it again. King and Queen of the Jungle, Charles and Camilla donned elephant masks as they attended a star-studded charity ball. Yes, King Charles donned an elephant mask to go with his elephant fingers. Yes, this guy really is all elephant. As the second test commenced, England and Australian players were told not to confront just stop oil protesters. Yes, it's ashes to ashes, orange dust to dust, as England's cricket hopes get buried once again. On Friday, we heard a new slogan, train, retain, reform. Rishi Sunak hailed the NHS plan for 300,000 extra workers. We ask ourselves, is this the coronavirus slogan after all the staff left after the pandemic? We prefer hands, face, space. Also on Friday, we saw in the Express the tallest MP pictured alongside Rishi Sunak. Yes, it's our old collaborators, Ronnie Barker and Ronnie Corbett. Yes, Rishi also knows his place. And over to the diary of a wimpy Prime Minister. Oh dear, they were right all along. I am wimpy, aren't I? The Huffington Post gave singer Pink's reaction to receiving a wheel of cheese on stage from a fan and said, "It's pretty Gouda, isn't it?" Yes, the Wheel of Cheese. I thought that was the name of Michael McIntyre's egregious game show. Woe is us. On Friday, we heard that Nigel Farage's bank accounts have been closed without warning. Oh no, how can this be happening? Unlike the rest of us, it appears Nigel Farage's account has more money in it than it should do. The Mirror revealed that the Titanic submarine firm OceanGate is still advertising 2024 trips after the implosion catastrophe. By the way, have you heard the advertising jingle? We all live in an imploding submarine, an imploding submarine, an imploding submarine, and our friends are all aboard. Every one of them is dead as a doornail. On Saturday, we had Boy George in The Guardian. Redemption is possible for everyone, even Matt Hancock, he said. But, unfortunately for Hancock, the devil is a Labour supporter. And the poor man is going to take a long time to boil in oil, isn't he? While being prodded by those little demons with pitchforks. And most of those little demons are people who've just died with coronavirus. On a lighter note, in the Telegraph, we've heard that the Royals marmalade maker is to build a solar farm in face of surging energy costs. Yes, Paddington Bear is believed to be a big investor and likes to eat marmalade on a sunbed. Or so we've been told. Poor old King Charles will have a very tough time in the first Balmoral summer without the Queen, it is claimed. I've got to go to Scotland without Mumsy. Dreadful place, full of heather and bogs. Mumsy used to know how to get bottles of iron brew and straws, and packets of Haggis flavoured crisps. Also, on Saturday, we heard how the trans census fooled Britain. The Office for National Statistics acknowledged it was possible that respondents misinterpreted the question. I like trans. I always use them to travel to work. Staying with the royal family, William joked he is undressed in a film for Pride Month. William is a man who is never underdressed. He actually lives inside a ridiculous dressing up box for a living. Again on Saturday, a new royal ceremonial sword was unveiled for King Charles. That's twice the weight of Penny Mordaunt's wimpy blade. Yes, let's see if Penny Mordaunt can wrap her National Front sausage fingers round that one, shall we? To finish off Saturday, in the Mirror we heard that Catherine Tate is disappointing Doctor Who fans because she's too lowbrow for sci-fi. To which Catherine Tate naturally responded,
Bothered? Am I bothered?
In the Sunday papers, the Times looked at Italy. Gennaro Contaldo said, every time you dig a hole in Italy, you find a Roman ruin. That's nothing, mate. Every time you dig a hole in Britain, you find a member of the National Front ruining things. The Metro were making Sunday lunch. Does rice water really make hair grow longer, it said. So it's over to the Duracell bunny.
If any of you have ever found a hair in your rice, you'll know that this is definitely true.
The Mirror slowly brought the week to a conclusion. Returning to Italy, it said, the Brit vandal who scrawled on the walls of the 2,000-year-old Colosseum begs for forgiveness. And in the true tradition of the Colosseum, the Brit has been thrown to the lions in the British press. Finally, to round off the week, we return to Rishi Sunak. He vowed to get tough on university, as they are full of non-Tory voters. So it's over to the diary of a wimpy Prime Minister. You think I'm wimpy, don't you? You just see how tough I can be with those nasty social liberal students. Well, this has been David Frost on That Was the Week That Was. So goodbye, good evening, and see you next week.
That was the week that was. It's over, let it go. 52 times a year. The week is done and over with before you know.